Hello, everybody. This is meteorologist Andrew Pinero. So it's just ever so starting to see some snowflakes out now. It's dark, and this is pretty much when we were expecting the snow to really start. However, there seems to be some sort of either a marine layer or some sort of warmer influence that's coming into the area. There's a pretty sharp cutoff with where the snow is. So let me start here. Let me step off to the side. I'm going to put up. This is the radar right now. You can see there's the snow in that very light blue. It's not really going to come up too intense at the moment just because it's very light. But you can see it's a pretty sharp line going across the area. That's pretty much where we're seeing this extra little either marine influence or a little bit more of warm air layer kind of coming in. That's really pushing back the snow. Now I'm going to take that down. And I do want to put up the advisories and the warnings. So let me put that up. So some new ones that are out there. There's a winter storm warning that's been put in place for areas pretty much north of Rockland and Westchester County. So Orange, Putnam, Sullivan, Ulster, Dutchess, and a little bit up from there. Otherwise, south of that, oh, in Sussex County, those little higher elevation areas as well. But pretty much south of there, that's where we're getting the big question mark of where we're going to see the kind of freezing line. So let me take that down. So with this freezing line, the biggest question is where exactly it's going to take place. Just because it's very, very hard to kind of determine and really nail down where the freezing line is going to be. So that has to do a little bit more with this warm air kind of coming in. We had some snow showers very early this morning, so that was ahead, kind of jumping up ahead of the main storm. The main winter weather storm pretty much is coming in late tonight, pretty much right around midnight or a little after midnight. That's where we're going to see the bulk of it. However, we're just pretty much seeing some light little bits starting now. But if you're in Orange County or north of there, Putnam County or north of there, you're pretty much seeing snow right now. And that's where the higher the snow totals will be. So it's very, very tight gradient, but I'm going to start from north-south. So pretty much Orange, Putnam, and north. Yeah, you might see 4 to 6 inches of snow out of this. Some forecast models are putting up to 8, maybe 10 inches in some runs, but they do flip-flop back and forth with this in those areas north of Orange and Putnam County. Then when we go south of there, so that's Rockland and Westchester, Sussex, kind of like right on that line. That's pretty much going to be where we're seeing that little question mark of maybe 3 inches or 4 inches, maybe a little bit less, but more ice or sleet mixing in. Is where we see that freezing line. That's where we're going to be seeing the sleet mix in as well. Out on Long Island and the Jersey Shore, this is where we're going to see more rain and sleet mixing in with just a little bit of snow. Just because the warm air coming in from the south is going to be really hitting the coastline first. Then, looks like my light went out. Hello, there we go. Then we're going to be seeing maybe New York City area right around there. That could be a bit more of a sleety mix. Then just north of New York City line, that's where we're seeing that little bit of mix and snow. So it's really, really hard to kind of put down an exact amount, but I'm going to give you a forecast total map at the very end of this video. So while we're waiting for that, I just do want to say, whatever happens, it is going to be a little bit messy and tricky in the morning commute. So if you can't make it to work exactly on time, I wouldn't really mind too much just calling your boss and maybe telling them, yeah, I might be late. It's going to be a little bit tricky. Give yourself a little bit more time. Do not rush at all tomorrow morning. It's much better to be late to work than it is to not make it to work at all if you do happen to get in a crash. So hopefully you don't do that and you can take it a little bit slower, or depending on exactly how it is, maybe some of the schools and work areas may delay a little bit. It all depends exactly how much snow and how much sleet or ice kind of come in. The other biggest part is the freezing rain. Now, a lot of people ask, what's the difference between freezing rain and sleet? Well, freezing rain, when it's coming down through the atmosphere, it's liquid. But the ground and the trees and any of the surfaces around, those are below freezing. So as soon as that liquid rain hits that surface, it freezes almost instantly and becomes ice. That's what freezing rain is. Rain that freezes on contact. Sleet is pretty much just ice already while it's hitting the ground. So that's really the difference between there. Another interesting one that a lot of people don't really know of is a Groffle. Groffle, when you look at it on the ground, it looks like mini hail, but hail and Groffle are very different. Hail forms from a thunderstorm when you have this convection going on that's taking the raindrop, bringing it up to the top of the cloud. It freezes, then it gets too heavy, it falls. Then the updraft pushes it back up, and there goes my light again. Let's see if I get that back on. There we go. And then it goes back up to the cloud and falls with the weight, and then the updraft kind of keeps pushing it up. The bigger the hail, the stronger the thunderstorm. That's hail. Groffle is very similar to sleet, but it looks like little round pellets, where sleet kind of looks more like just frozen raindrops. Interesting little tidbit there of Groffle, sleet, and freezing rain, but we can expect a little bit of all of that throughout this just because we're going to be right at that freezing line. So I'm going to have that forecast snow total map coming up right at the end of this video. If you want to hit that little subscribe button below and the bell icon so you get notified whenever I upload another video or I go live, definitely do that so you get all the latest weather videos. I'm also still working on in the studio my top 10 tech of 2017 and also a couple of car videos. I'm trying to figure out the best way I can get some microphones in the car and out of the car at the same time to get a good sound out of there. And there goes the light again. Hello, there we go. Yeah, my main light on the camera actually died, so I forgot to charge that one before I made this video, so we got that going for us. This is meteorologist Andrew Pinero. Definitely stay safe tonight going into tomorrow morning, and don't forget to check back tomorrow night with my next weather podcast where I do go live in front of the green screen. Have a great night, everybody, and definitely stay safe through this.